Hey, what's up everyone? It's Cory with the Meals team at Keller Williams. Today I'm talking to you real estate agents out there about how you should structure your day to set yourself up for success. I'm going to give you a few tips on how to prioritize your tasks and how to time block your schedule to make sure that you are controlling your day and your day isn't controlling you. I'm also going to give you just a few pointers on how to hold yourself accountable to your schedule and to your calendar. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to get right to it. To start off, I want to talk about the importance of prioritizing your tasks and time blocking your schedule. As a real estate professional, I wear many hats. I, on any given day, can be dealing with inspections, appraisals, showing houses, negotiating contracts, talking to a lender, talking to an escrow officer, dealing with title work, whatever it may be. I can have a lot of distractions come up throughout the course of the day. So for me, I want to strategically design my day and front load my day with dollar productive activities. For me, those dollar productive activities are really, there's three things that I need to focus on as a real estate agent, and that is prospecting, setting appointments and going on appointments, and writing contracts. I'll talk about each three, where I like to put them in my day and how that works and why I do it. So for prospecting, I like to front load that in my calendar from 8:30 to 10:30 or 9 to 11, whatever it is. I want to make sure that at least for a couple hours a day, I am actively reaching out to prospects. The reason I do this first thing in the morning is because I fully believe that prospecting is the lifeblood of your business. If you're not prospecting for new clients, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days out, you're not going to have any business in the pipeline. So you have to consistently do this on a day in and day out basis as a real estate agent. The reason I like to do it in the mornings is, number one, there's fewer distractions that come up in the mornings. The longer the day goes on, the more stuff that inevitably demands my time and takes me away from those dollar productive activities. Number two is I just have higher energy levels in the morning. If I wait till 4 or 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening to make those prospecting calls, number one, I'm probably putting it off because I hate it. And number two, clients pick up on the fact that I don't want to be on the phone with them. And number two, my energy levels are just lower. I'm not as excited about it. And clients also pick up on that. And I just feel like you are setting yourself up for success by scheduling that in the morning, making sure your energy levels are up. People are a little bit easier to reach in the mornings, and there aren't as many distractions that are going to take away from the fact that you need to be on the phones actively reaching out to clients. When it comes to time blocking for appointments, that can be a little bit more tricky. Usually I like to schedule afternoons and early evenings for signing listing agreements, taking buyers on showings, and just meeting with potential prospects and keeping that conversation going. Ideally, I would prospect from 9 to 11. I would have creative ideas from 11 to 12, eat lunch, 12 to 1, and then from 1 to 4:30, I'm out showing houses, signing listing agreements, and just going on appointments. The fact of the matter is, some people's schedules don't allow for that. There's not an exact way that you can set your schedule. If a seller calls me and says, or really if I call them and say, hey, let's meet tomorrow at 4:30 in the afternoon, they say, I can't, I work, let's do 10:30 in the morning. I'm going to be flexible. I'm going to strategically plan my day around that. And because setting appointments is one of the most important things. That's the only reason that we prospect, is so we can set the appointment, so we can sign the contract, and so we can close the deal and help the clients. That's our ultimate goal. So when it comes to appointments, you do have to be a little bit more flexible, but I like to time block afternoons and early evenings for meeting with potential clients. Now, when it comes to time blocking for writing contracts, which is the third part of your dollar productive activities, there may not be a set time when you know you're going to be writing an offer, or a set time when you know you have to have a listing agreement ready to go out. So you just have to be strategic in your day. You have to be religious with your calendar. You know what appointments. You know, generally I'm going to be making calls in the mornings. Generally I'm going to be out on appointments in the afternoons, and you need to find the time or recruit somebody to help with drafting of contracts, whether that be a listing coordinator, transaction coordinator, whatever it may be where you're at. So that's one of those things where it may not necessarily be blocked into your schedule, but you do have to be strategic about that and make sure that that gets done, because If you are prospecting, going on appointments, but you're not prioritizing writing contracts, I don't know what you're doing. So anyways, now I want to get into a few tips on how to hold yourself accountable to your schedule and make sure that you are controlling your time and that you're not being controlled by the outside forces of the real estate gods, because you will absolutely be controlled and be distracted if you don't strategically design your day. So for me, the number one thing I can do is be religious with using the calendar on my phone. It syncs with my Gmail account, it syncs with my CRM, and it syncs with my iPad, my computer, everything. If I write an appointment down whenever I'm going through a dialing session and I put that in my CRM, it's going to syndicate to my phone so that I don't double book somebody. The last thing you want to do is set 2 appointments for 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 2:30 rolls around, you realize what you did, you have to cancel one and reschedule. You look incompetent, now they're second guessing if they should use you. So you just want to be religious about putting things in your calendar. There are a ton of real estate coaches, but Tom Ferry is the one that stands out. He's always saying, if it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist. If it's not on your schedule, it doesn't exist. For me, that even includes putting tentative appointments. If I say, I think I could probably meet with you tomorrow afternoon at 4, and they say, yeah, I got to get back to you on that, I'm still going to block off that time. That way I don't book something over it, because if that's the only time he can meet for the next 2 weeks, I don't want to miss that opportunity. So you really have to be religious with those calendars. So in summary, we talked about how to hold yourself accountable to your calendar. We talked about how to prioritize your tasks and time block your schedule. And we talked about the overall importance of controlling your day, strategically designing how your day is going to go so that you don't look back and wonder, what the heck was I doing all day because I didn't get anything done. If you guys have any questions about this, be sure reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions in the comments. Share this video with somebody who's struggling to get a consistent pattern and have a consistent flow of business. This is really going to help them out. And I hope you guys are doing well. I'll talk to you soon.